And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
319.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
That's fine. Yeah.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
319.
They pitch it out to Montgomery, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle.
Let's go, come on.
Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
319. 319.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go, come on.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end?
Rashad Perriman off to the races. The 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. In the slot on the right is Graham. To throw is Rodgers. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st down, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, you got three.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A final shot before break. Smith on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Cobb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. This one caught by Crowder. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
To throw on second down is Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey.
On first down, Smith. Dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Reed. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On first down, this is Geis. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Smith. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. To throw is Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Let's go, come on.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.